The alarm goes off. 4:30 a.m. It's still dark outside. For years, the sound of that alarm felt like a countdown to another day I had to survive. Another day of just going through the motions, a passenger in my own life. But this morning is different. This morning, I'm finally taking the driver's seat. It didn't happen overnight. It wasn't one single dramatic movie moment. It was a slow, quiet realization that crept in over time. The feeling of being perpetually overwhelmed, the constant hum of anxiety, the sense that I was living a life that wasn't truly mine, it all reached a tipping point. I was drowning in expectations, both my own and those I thought others had for me. I was exhausted from trying to be everything to everyone, and in the process, I had become nothing to myself. The turning point wasn't a breakdown, but a breakthrough, a moment of quiet clarity. I was sitting on my couch, the house was silent, and I just asked myself, what do I actually want? Not what I should want, not what would make other people happy, but what would make me feel alive again. The answer was surprisingly simple. I wanted peace. I wanted to feel a sense of purpose that came from within, not from external validation. So I started small, so incredibly small. Instead of scrolling on my phone first thing, I decided to get up. Just get up. Put my feet on the floor. That was the first win of the day. Then I started this 4:30 a.m. routine. It wasn't about punishing myself or subscribing to some hustle culture trend. It was about carving out a piece of the day that was unapologetically mine before the world woke up and started making its demands. In this quiet pre-dawn hour, I rediscovered things I used to love. I started reading again, not for self-improvement, but for pleasure. I'd make a cup of tea and just sit with my own thoughts without judging them. I started journaling, just a few lines at first, writing down what I was grateful for, no matter how small. The quiet house, the taste of my tea, the sound of the birds starting to wake up. It felt silly at first, but it was like exercising a muscle I hadn't used in years, the muscle of gratitude. This morning ritual became my anchor. It was my daily declaration that my well-being mattered. From that anchor, I started to make bigger changes. I began setting boundaries. Saying no became one of the most powerful and liberating acts of self-care. I said no to extra projects that would leave me drained. I said no to social events that I felt obligated to attend. Each no to something that didn't align with my peace was a resounding yes to myself. It was scary. I worried I would disappoint people. I worried I'd be seen as selfish, and sometimes maybe I was. But I realized that you can't pour from an empty cup. By taking care of myself, I actually became a better friend, a better partner, a better person. I had more energy, more presence, more genuine joy to share because I wasn't running on fumes anymore. I started moving my body, not to change how it looked, but to change how I felt. A walk in the morning sun, a gentle yoga session in my living room. It was about connecting with my physical self and appreciating what it could do, rather than criticizing its appearance. It was about releasing the tension that had built up from years of stress. I also had to confront the mental clutter, the negative self-talk, the constant comparison, the replaying of past mistakes. This was the hardest part. I started to notice those thoughts when they popped up, and instead of fighting them, I'd just acknowledge them. There's that thought again. And then I'd gently redirect my focus back to the present moment. Back to my breath, back to the feeling of the sun on my skin. This journey also involved seeking help. For me, that meant talking to a therapist, and it was one of the best decisions I ever made. Having a safe space to untangle the knots in my head, to understand my patterns, was invaluable. It's not a sign of weakness to ask for help. It's a sign of incredible strength. It's admitting you deserve to feel better and are willing to do the work to get there. Slowly, day by day, morning by morning, the fog started to lift. I began to notice the colors of the sunrise again. I started to laugh more, that deep in the belly kind of laugh. I felt a sense of calm that I hadn't felt since I was a child. I was no longer just surviving. I was building a life I was excited to live. So now, when my alarm goes off at 4:30 a.m., it's not a sound I dread. It's an invitation. An invitation to step into my day with intention, peace, and purpose. It's the sound of me choosing myself again and again. Taking your life back doesn't mean your problems disappear. It doesn't mean you won't have bad days. What it means is that you now have the tools, the resilience, and the self-awareness to navigate those days without losing yourself in them. It means you are the one holding the map. If you're feeling lost right now, like you're just a passenger, please know that you have the power to take the wheel. It starts with one small step, one tiny choice that honors you. Maybe it's getting up 5 minutes earlier. Maybe it's saying no to one small thing. Maybe it's just taking a single deep breath and asking yourself, what do I need right now? This morning, as the sun comes up, I feel a profound sense of peace. This is my life. I built this. Not the external circumstances, but this internal feeling of wholeness. And you can build it too. It's your life to take back. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this story resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you'd like this video and subscribe to the channel for more conversations like this. Take care of yourselves.